now the time for questions to every speaker. If there are any questions, please ask. And yes, there is a question.
The question was, what was the price of, or the costs of the third generation of the rebuilding or reconstruction of the trolleybus? And after that, maybe I will have one more question.
Okay. Professor, please answer the question.
Unfortunately, we haven't counted the efficiency yet because we only converted 2 Citaro buses, and we decided to convert 5 Citaro buses. We had some problems with buying all Citaro buses because we need buses with 3 doors. It is not easy to find such buses because they are still in exploitation. There is a crisis in Western Europe, and they don't want to sell good buses, and we must wait. And it wouldn't be a good idea to count the efficiency only of 2 buses, because the first conversion is always the most expensive one. So we didn't want to show the figures. We will show them, I suppose, in 2 years, when we will have 5 Citaro buses converted into trolley buses.
Okay, any other questions, please? Yes.
Thank you. I would like to split my question in 2 parts. At first, do you have any kind of benchmark regarding the remaining lifetime of the diesel bus you want to convert? And secondly, is there a so-called optimal age of this diesel bus from the economical point of view before you start conversion?
Okay. Professor, again. This is a difficult question, therefore
very difficult.
I turn to Professor instead of Doctor.
What a surprise.
Yes, we decided to convert buses which are not older than 10 years. Yes, and we assumed that they will be in operation for another 10 years. And I suppose they will be longer in operation, because the first one, converted in 1994, produced in 1994 and converted in 2004, is still in operation, and I suppose it will be operated during the next 5 years without any technical problems. So I think about 25 years. 10 years as a bus and 15 years as a trolley bus.
Second life. At least 10 years. Okay. Any other questions, please? Yes, Professor? Then we have a professor.
Once again, a question to the professor, of course. I wonder that your economic analysis you have shown was only focused on the investment phase and not on the operation costs later on. And that is my questions. From our experience, all the economic analyses with the life cycle costs are driven by the operation costs later on, energy, maintenance, reliability-related costs. And have you also taken into account these costs regarding the different costs for the first, the second modernization and the last, compared with a brand new bus, trolley bus?
Unfortunately, we don't have such figures, and it wasn't possible to analyze the efficiency in such a way. But I suppose it wasn't the main problem, because the main problem was the lack of money for new trolley buses, and we decided to restructure the fleet of trolley buses. In another way, the costs would be higher, because we would operate Jelcz buses, which operation was terribly high.
All right. Any other questions? Yes, there's one more.
Can I ask a slightly facetious question? I just wondered whether Mercedes-Benz had any objection to the conversion of these vehicles, whether there was any publicity difficulties encountered.
If there were any difficulties?
From Mercedes-Benz, I mean, did they object to you converting to trolleybuses, converting their Citaros to trolleybuses? I mean, trolleybuses, as far as Mercedes-Benz are an out-of-date technology that doesn't count anymore. And you're ruining their image, surely, with their Citaros.
Of course, we tried to agree the conversion with Mercedes, and there were no objections from Mercedes to do it. So it is done legally.
Mercedes start with us?
Yes, yes. They are happy. They have still Mercedes bus in operation.
Yeah, they never dreamt that they produce trolleybuses. So
it's my style. For us, the Citaro construction, we have one Volvo and 6 Citaro. And the average cost, it's about 200,000 euro. But this is with the conditioner, with the conditioner for the driver, with the new electric structure, recuperation, and so on. So it is like a modern car, and not too old chassis. 200,000 euro. It's why I stopped this building, because for these 200,000 euro, I can renew an old articulated bus. And we need articulated. And if we are producing articulated by those prices, it is impossible to finance. So it is much better to have enough unit in the fleet than make something new. Thank you.
okay, Dr. Wolek. Yes, please.
I have remark to you. According to your comment, I think that decision on conversion is depending on specific situation, also vehicle situation, rolling stock situation in every city. In our case, it was very important according to increasing quality gap between buses and trolleys to make radical action with low amount of financial resources. We were before EU money, so we have to base on our own, and I think it proved to be very effective, especially first vehicles converted. As Professor told, they have quite long perspective, because initially we discussed about 7 to 10 years period, and we found that they are still in good form.
One remark. We didn't want to convert articulated buses because it comes out from our marketing research that one of the most important features of our transport is frequency. We decided to have higher frequency on our lines, and in such a case, of course, better are and more efficient the single trolley buses, not the articulated ones, and that's why, of course, the cost is lower. And of course, we shall count the efficiency of converting Citaro. It is probable that it will occur, that the efficiency isn't enough good, and we shall convert, for example, Solaris trolleybuses. We started to convert Solaris trolleybuses, or, but I don't believe in it, we will be rich enough to buy only new trolleybuses. Of course, it would be the best situation to buy only new brand trolleybuses, but the cost of them is terribly high. Thank you.
We are waiting for new budget, EU budget, and therefore we apply for another project and hopefully...
European Union.
Yes, yes, of course. And then hopefully we'll exchange the old ones with the new ones, but we're still waiting for the new budget. We have a chance because the Polish man is a commissioner responsible for budget, so hopefully. And he's from our city, so really. Anyway, so if there's no other questions, so I want to thank everyone, especially the speakers. Thank you very much again, and give a big hand to the speakers. And again, thank you, organizers, and I hope to see you again at another occasion. Thank you very much.